lovelies. Thank you so much for once again tuning into UEW on Mana TV. Yes, of course, this is Vani with you once again with another beautiful story of a beautiful woman. What can I say? I just can't stop, waiting for this guest of ours that is actually going to grace our screen today, our show today. And yes, by the way, did I tell you? United Voice of Women. This is our second season in Dallas. We did about 100 episodes in New Jersey, and now coming to Dallas. This is our 4th episode, and I cannot tell you how excited I am to meet every woman here in Dallas. All right, guys, hope you're having a great day, and let me tell you, if you're going to start watching us, you're going to be really, really, really excited, because this is a lady I think I met maybe a couple of times, and I've heard quite a lot of things about her. I know that she's something like a celebrity here, but I don't know much. But I always wanted to know, and what better opportunity than doing a show with her on Mana TV. So hey, put your hands together, everybody, for this lovely lady, Rajeswari Udayagiri. Welcome to United Voice of Women, girl.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vani. How are you?
Fabulous. You have no idea. All night I was thinking about, oh my God, finally I get to know her. Okay. So, Rajeshwari, what is it that defines you to be the kind of woman you are? If you were to answer to me in one word, okay, let's say one sentence, what would you say?
Oh, that's difficult, because I don't think I can really define myself in one word.
That was the whole point.
Telugulo maatladocha or only English?
You know why I'm doing it in English, Rajeshwari? So that it can reach to every woman. I believe that a woman, from whichever part of the world she is, okay, whichever language she speaks, most of the women have so much in common with every other woman across the world, is what I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to do here. That's why I have people from, Texan people, or somebody who's a real Texan, or a Parisian, or a Chinese woman. I want to have all kinds of women on this platform. That's why I wanted it to be in English.
Wonderful. Yeah, I don't mind talking in English. And first of all, I appreciate so very much that you have me on your show, Vani. I know we've been talking about this for such a long time, and I'm glad this finally happened. So and I appreciate, and I'm really thankful to you, your team, Mana TV, and the entire crew who has taken some time to spend with me today. To answer your question, like I said, it's so difficult to put my whole personality in one single line, because I am many things. I'm really many things. To keep it simple, I'm very Indian. I know, I've been living in this country for the last 17 years, but my roots are Indian, my heart is Indian, and I'm like totally Indian from inside all the way.
You defined it already.
Yeah. And how am I just saying I'm Indian? It's a really broader perspective when you say I'm Indian. What I mean by that is, I guess I'm very deep rooted with my culture, and I am very much in sync with my values, my philosophies of life. Everything revolves around being Indian culture, art, everything about India. That's why I said I'm Indian.
That is what defines you. Just your look. That's why that was my first question, because all I did was have a look at you. I didn't really get to personally talk to you or anything ever before. So, besides a hi and hello, So that's why and I'm so glad that this is exactly what I saw and felt.
Yes.
whatever you just told me about yourself, just at one glance, that is what I understood. So, wow. Okay. So now you're defining yourself itself shows, that you are a woman that knows who you are, who is confident about herself. And this is something that you don't see with everyone. I'm sure you will agree with me, right? The people that we see around us, they are able to achieve so much and doing what they want, and yet they somehow lack that confidence in their own self. So, what would you say about that? Where do you get this confidence from? Where did you get your confidence from? And how you are able to define yourself with such pride?
Um, I I don't think I was like this my entire life, Vani.
Oh,
I will definitely say that I was like any other woman who had her own insecurities, her own low times, and her own doubts and struggles and everything, like anybody else. That's what defines everybody's life. You
right,
know, life
right.
will never be in that way. It should be a curve. There should be a curve. There should be ups and downs and highs and lows. That's how you become a human completely. That's what I
Mhm.
believe. To begin with, I was not as confident as I am today. It
Hmm.
definitely took me a journey to get here. There were times when I was not so high about myself, not very confident, a lot of insecurities about self doubts. There were so many things, but I think I fought with all of them. Like how they say, if you just drop a fish in the water, it knows how to swim. So same way, I think life did bring me to situations and incidents where I had to um, meet like upfront, and I had to go through that journey. And it was not like you have this option or that option. It was only one way to go forward.
Mhm.
I just
Mhm.
picked up, I went forward, because I definitely did have one thing in my mind from my childhood, that if I want to do something, I want to do that no matter what. So if I want to be in a certain position, then I'm willing to go through all the pain, all the hurdles, and all the struggle that I can.
Wow.
With all my limitations, I would still work as hard as I can to get there. So I think that process of evolving helped me to be where I am today.
But I think your motivation is what helped you to evolve.
100%.
Isn't that right?
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yeah, it is your motivation. And you get this motivation from what? To want to be something and to be able to feel that you came here on a purpose, right? Everybody's born with a purpose, and you felt that already, that, there is a purpose and I should realize it.
My plan was to be here. I'm sure many people, this will echo in their mind when I say this. My plan was to just be here for a couple of years and then go back to India and get back to my life.
Okay.
That was, like how they say in Telugu, Panchavarsha Pranalika, 5 years is what I planned initially when I came here. And I was like, I came here, I was married, and I had my daughter by then. She was like 1.5 at the
Uh,
time. And I came here, I was like, okay, I'm going back in 5 years. So there's no big agendas here. I'm just going to work. I was a IT professional. I came here on H1, and I said, I'm going to work here for some time and then make some money and then go back. But that's not how life lets you be. Like we all know this country has its way to get into that, break that cycle of thought. So
mhm.
after that, so even before I say that, I must say my career back home was mixed. I was in IT, I was in media, I was in entertainment, and I was an artist. So all that was a mixed part of me. When I came here, I only brought my IT personality here in the beginning.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
But not even 1 year in that journey, I figured I cannot survive that way. I knew that there's more to myself. There's more
And
to,
your heart says it knows what it wants to do, right?
yeah. So I'm like, I have to do something media related, entertainment related. I have to do something to, keep myself going, keep myself motivated and go forward. I think that's when the whole thing started. I started looking for opportunities. What are my ways? How do I go here? How do I go there? How do I meet people? Like meeting people, talking to them, finding myself in the process was, like I said, that was a journey for sure.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, about your talents, I have a feeling that you're multi-talented. So, tell us a few things that you do. I know you sing.
I don't. That's one thing I don't do.
Oh, you don't? Why did I think you sing?
No,
Okay. For some reason, that
many
was there in my
people think I sing, but I don't.
mind.
I'm not a singer.
Ah,
I'm an artist. I'm an artist, as in I act.
uh-huh.
I have a theater of my own. It's called Sarasija Theaters. I'm a
Awesome.
founder and director of the theater group here in Dallas, and
Uh-huh.
I've been doing theater, Telugu drama only for the last, I think, since 2015. Or
Nice.
14, 15 time frame. That's when we began.
Uh-huh.
And I have, I MC a lot of shows
Wow.
here in Dallas or anywhere in the US. Back home in India, I was a television anchor. I was acting in serials. I was a All India Radio artist for drama, for Telugu drama again.
Wow.
And I used to dub my voice for heroines back in the movies, for Telugu movies. And that's what I used to do in India. But here, I
That's great.
also have my own radio. We just launched our radio station, the first ever.
Okay. Before we go there, I know I want to talk a lot of things about that, but just before we go there, do you want to name some movies that you actually did voiceovers for?
Yeah. I did. I started with Idiot. Idiot was the first movie, and then I did Shivamani. I actually did about 24 to 26 movies in just a span of 1 year, and
Wow.
I dubbed my voice for almost all Rakshita. Rakshita was my heroine most of the times.
Uh-huh.
Idiot was her first movie. I
Okay.
started off with that movie, and since then, most of her movies I dubbed my voice. And also, I dubbed for Rekha, Rekha as in the Anandam heroine. Uh,
Oh, okay.
Even for her, I did a lot of movies. I think I did about 7, 8 movies for her. I did the first movie for Priyamani. I think it was Yavare Atagadu, if I'm not wrong. And then
Okay.
I dubbed for a lot of other heroines. I can't remember their names, but
Cool.
overall it was 20, 24 movies I did, 24 to 26 somewhere in that.
Wow. And how did you actually start on that?
So voice acting was something that I always was very fond of.
Uh-huh.
And when they were looking for for Idiot movie, Puri Jagannath's team was looking for a new voice to dub
Uh-huh.
the heroine because she was very new into the industry. That was her first movie. And
Uh-huh.
Ravi Teja also, that was, I think, a path breaker for his career. So they were looking for a fresh voice, and some that I know, they contacted me. I'm sure you know Raghu Kunche,
Heard the name, huh?
their music director. He actually suggested my name, and then they did audition and selected me, and that's how I started dubbing.
That is really, really cool. I mean, you don't really need too many voiceover artists, right? You hear about
Yeah.
singers and dancers and actors, but voiceover artists, that is so, so, so cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so you've done that. Okay, and what else?
Yeah, and I acted in some serials back in the day.
Yes, you want to name them, please?
Yes, definitely. I did some for Doordarshan. That was for Yedari Lokoila. That's what the serial was called. And then I did for Gemini. I did
Uh-huh.
for Priyuralu Piliche was Yendamuri Viranath Gari novel. That was adapted to a serial, and he himself directed that serial. And I was a heroine in that. I did Shantinivasam. Shantinivasam was a very popular serial which was directed by Rajamouli, one and only debut for him.
Yeah.
For
Wow.
television. I was so he that serial had multiple threads and multiple storylines. For one of these storylines, I was a combination with Rajiv Kanakala. One of these for that thread, I was the lead artist. I did a small bits here and there for many serials, but these are my majority ones.
Wow. You know what? You're a complete artist. Wow. And without even really knowing, I felt so, that you're like into so many things. But for some reason, I thought you sing. Maybe it's your voice. Right? You have such a beautiful voice. I think I heard you emceeing once. And maybe that just gave me, I just
many people think I am a singer.
There you go. There you
I don't
go.
know why, but
Right?
it could be because
Style of dressing
of my
is very-
voice, or maybe it could be because I'm in my shows or whatever. Maybe that kind of gives that vibe. I don't know.
No, you also do radio shows. You didn't talk about that. Please talk about that.
Yeah, I will. And before I talk about my radio shows, I definitely want to bring up my theater. So theater, I started off with a small drama in the beginning, and I did that for like just to test the waters. Back then, people were not very fond of Telugu drama.
Ah,
It was only a come and go kind of a thing in events, like a 15 minutes short play and kind of things.
Skits
So
or whatever they call, right? Yeah.
yes, yeah. So my mother is a writer. She's a novelist and a writer. She does write a lot of plays, theater and radio plays.
Amazing.
So I think I picked it up from her, my love for theater, drama, and all that, especially Telugu plays.
And what is her name? I
my
think I'm
mother,
sure.
Attaluri Vijayalakshmi.
Attaluri Vijayalakshmi. Wow.
Yes,
Awesome. Okay.
she's a well-known novelist and drama writer, and she's
That's
done
why I
a lot
want
of
to have a name.
hundreds of short plays, short stories she has written. A lot of books of hers are published, and she's well-known. She's established. So I think I kind of picked it up from her.
You have her genes, basically.
Yeah, for drama for sure. Yeah, and so I started off my theater here. The recent one, I mean, I have a lot to our ad here, but I will just probably just give you a quick brief. The first play we did was Miss Sama. It's called Miss Sama. It's a classic movie which we adopted to stage. Usually, people adopt plays to movies.
Movies.
We
You did the
movies to stage. We did the reverse. And we thought we were the first people back then. I am not sure, but maybe we are. And because I haven't heard anybody else do that. So we adopted that, and that went on to be performed at New York Theatre Festival, International Theatre Festival. That was the first Telugu drama ever to represent on the international stage. So I definitely take a lot of pride in that. And then,
Wow.
yeah, and then I did a couple of them later on. Another one to the credit I definitely want to mention is Draupadi. That's our last theater show in 2019. We haven't had a chance to perform another one yet, but we're working on it. We're coming up with a huge production soon.
Wow.
But Draupadi is an adaptation of a novel. It's called Palace of Illusions, by not just adapted by us. It's been adapted by many people who have done the play.
Wow.
And the biggest part is that novel is also being adapted to be made into a Bollywood movie.
I'm sure.
Deepika Padukone. But Deepika Padukone is working, and that's under production. So it's a huge novel, very, very popular, New York bestseller. It has gotten so many awards and all. It's mainly Draupadi's perspective of Mahabharata. So we adopted that and we did that. It was a huge hit, that production.
So when you're talking about production, are you the person who actually is writing the story and, directing the actors and everything?
Right. I mean, I don't write, but I come up with the screenplay, and my mother writes the drama for us, and she has been my writer so far. And I am the director, and I also have done the lead role in every film so far. So I am the creative director and also the artist.
Cool. Super cool. You know what? I feel very proud of myself that I don't know what made me feel that you're like super talented, multifaceted. I've not really seen anything of yours. I've not really spoken to you more than once, so I am super charged up right now. Okay, tell me more. I don't want to take even a minute of yours. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, so the latest one that I am working on is with the Singitam Srinivas Rao Garu, who is a top legendary director in Tollywood, Telugu industry, and not just Telugu industry, even for Tamil industry. And he has come up with a new concept for Shakuntalam, and I am working with him on that production.
Wow. Rajeshwari, what can I say? I don't even want to take a break of a second, and I wanted to just continue, all right? But I had to just say, wow. So I just did it. Yeah. So tell me what you were saying.
Thank you. And Singitan Srinivas Rao Garu is a very well-known, legendary director in Telugu industry and also the industry. So he came up with a concept about Shakuntalam. Shakuntalam story, we all know about Shakuntala and Dushyanta story, but he came up with a fictional character in it and a new dimension to the story, and he wanted someone to do the production because it's going to be a huge one. It's almost like a Broadway production. So and my fortune is he approached us, and we jumped at the opportunity, and we are now working we just finished the script part, and we will be starting on the production front soon. So that's our greatest thing that's coming up.
And there must be so many people listening to us, watching us. So you want to announce if everybody wanted to audition for it or something?
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
We haven't started the auditions as yet, but we will soon be announcing. So I would call for everyone to follow us on social media. So Sarasija Theatres is the place that you want to go to in social media. You look for Facebook or Insta, look for Sarasija Theatres, just send a message and I will respond quickly.
Awesome. You know what, Rajeshwari, I can't believe we are all up for time. All right. We are on 30 plus minutes. Usually, our episodes are for 30 minutes, but I couldn't stop. So we went on. But what we'll do is, can we just conclude for now and continue on another episode of yours? Would that work for you?
Yes, sure, definitely.
Yeah, wonderful. So thank you so very much, Rajeswari. Today, I'm like so elated. I can't tell you how much. And I am so sure that everybody who would be watching this would feel exactly the same way. So girls, stay beautiful and we'll catch up with you on our next episode. Till then, guys, ta-da! Remember to be on with us, UVW. That's United Voice of Women, a place where we simply want to celebrate every woman around us. So till next time, ta-da!